Hello, this is Lucas. Welcome to this Java tutorial. In this video, we will be going over enums. Now, an enum is just a special class that represents a group of constants. Now, these constants are unchangeable. They're like final variables, so we can't actually change any of them once we set them. So there's two ways that we can create an enum. The very first way is we can create our own class, or we can have it inside of our main class. So I'll show you both ways. So the first way is if we right click and if we go to new. So we went over the packages, classes, interfaces. Now we're going to be going into enums. So if we make ourselves an enum, we can name it anything. I would name it level. And we can finish. And here you can see we have our enum. Now instead of class, we have enum. So I'll just put this here for now. And now in this class, we need to give it some constants, some values. Now these values, once we set them, we will not be able to change them anymore. There's no way of altering them. So let's say for our level, we want to have 3 modes. So the very first mode is low. So we'll put down low. We don't need to add like string or anything. We just have to add low. If we want to have multiple values, then we just need to separate it with a comma. So let's say we have low. We can have medium. And then let's say we have high. And this is the way that we just add our values. So we have low, medium, and high. As I said again, we don't need to add, like public string and then set the value or any of that. So this is just the way that we do it. So this is the very first way of doing it, and then we can access that in our main class just by creating an object from it, basically. So let's see, the way we can do it is the way we'll do it. So let's say we want to get access to this enum here. The way that we'll do that is we'll call the name of our enum, which is level, and then we can just give it any value, and I'll say levels, and then we can set this to any single one of these. So let's say that we want to get the value medium. What we can do is we can go level dot, and then after that, we just need to pass in whatever value we want. So let's say we want to pass in high. And all we have to do is just pass in high. And now here in levels, we have stored the value high from our enum level. And then we can print this out. And if we print out levels, you can see we get high, because we are calling the high value from our level enum. So this is the very first way of doing it, by creating ourselves a separate class. Another way of doing it is, let's just remove this. It's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is we can have it in our class already. So before our main method here, but after our class, we can specify our enum in here just by doing enum, and then give it the name again, level, and then we just specify our values in here. So we can go again low, go medium, and then we can go high, like that. And that works the exact same way. It's up to you if you want to have it in the same class or if you want to have it in a complete different file. So now once we have that, let's say we want a way to access all of them. Alright, so in order to access all of them, there's a couple of things that we'll have to do. Alright, so if I want to access all of them, let's say we want to get ourselves a loop out of them. So what we can do is we'll remove this firstly. Alright, well actually I'll keep this. I'll just remove this statement here. And you know what? Let's remove this as well. So I'm gonna create a for loop, and this for loop is just gonna loop through every single value in our enum here, all the values in here. So we'll just make a for loop, and now in here we're going to specify the actual name of our enum, which is level. So what we'll do is we'll do level, and then we'll give it any value that we want. So I'll just say value, and then we will loop through. So we will store each value as value. So low will be stored as value, and then medium will be stored as value, and then high. And then we want to loop that through level, which is the name of our enum, and then we'll do dot values, which means that this for loop here will loop through every single value, and it will store every single value as value. Now what we can do is we can print this out, print out value, for example. Now if we run this, you can see we get low, medium, high, because we are looping through this entire enum here. So this is a way that we can loop through our enums. Let's say we want to create ourselves a switch statement, alright, a switch case, or an if statement, up to you, but I'm going to use a switch. So the way we'll do that is we need to create the object first. So we go level, and then I name a value, equal this to level, and then we can specify this as, let's say we do low this time. And I want to create a switch statement to check what value we have from our level enum. So we have set value as low. So but let's say we don't know what the value is. So we will create ourselves a switch statement, and in here we're going to pass in value like this. Now we're passing value, so value is low, right? So but we don't actually know that, so we need to figure out what that actually is. So we can do case, and then in case it's low, we will print out we'll go something like low level. Then what we can do now is we can do case medium, right? And we can print out medium level, I guess, medium level. And then finally we can also do case high, and then we can print out high level, something like that. Now we have set the value as low, which means that this here is true, which means we will print out the low level. So if I run this, you can see we get low level, but the reason why we get all of them come up is because we didn't add in the break, which we needed to. So let's add in break after all of these, and now if you run it, we'll just get low level. Obviously, if we want to change this to medium, we'll get the output medium level, and then the exact same thing if you change this to high, we will get high level. So that's about it for enums. They're very useful because these values here, once we set them, they're basically they act as final. So there's no way that we can actually change them. There's no way that they can be overridden. So that's why they're very useful. So that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this video has helped. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.